What's up, world? Peace, love, and blessings. Hope everyone's having a great day. So, with the current conditions of our country, with racism, police brutality, and the election season, I felt very compelled to make a video about these issues and how they affect the black community. Over the past several years, in conjunction with the rise of social media, stories of police brutality and racism have garnered national headlines. With this rise in news, has also brought about the Black Lives Matter movement. It's very important to understand there's a difference between Black Lives Matter the movement and Black Lives Matter the organization. In fact, if you go on blacklivesmatters.com, which is the organization's website, and look at their goals and philosophies, you'll understand there's a contrasting difference between Black Lives Matter movement and Black Lives Matter the organization. However, I digress. With this rise in the movement has brought about a cycle. Police shooting, hashtag the victim's name, protest, no charges, no indictment, a new distraction, everybody forgets, repeat cycle. And time again, when this keeps happening and no true progress is occurring, you have to wonder why are no real solutions being implemented? And you have to question the leadership of the organization. So this reminds me of a quote from Booker T. Washington. He once said, "There is another class of colored people that make a business off of the troubles, wrongs, and hardships of the Negro race before the public. They have figured out they can make a living off of their troubles and have grown to the habit of advertising their wrongs. They do this partly for sympathy, but partly because it pays. Some of them truly do not want the grievances of the Negroes to go away, or they will not have a job." Now, this quote is over 100 years old. However, it is just as relevant now as it was then, and unfortunately, fits the Black Lives Matter narrative. Unfortunately, many of the leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement have exploited it for their own financial gains, personal goals, and hidden agendas. They offer many problems, but not any actual solutions. All they really have accomplished is keep us in this enslaved mindset of always being oppressed and always being a victim. Yes, this country has a long and vast history of systematic racism and white supremacy, but the reality is that's never going to change. Now, I'm not saying we become content with that. However, we need to worry more about self-sufficiency and less about inclusion. Change is not going to come from solely protesting. Change is not going to come from having provocative signs or making white people uncomfortable. Change is not going to come from educating white people on white privilege. We need actual solutions that will better ourselves as a community and a culture as a whole. So a solution we should be implementing is using our economic influence. This includes practicing group economics, supporting black businesses, boycotting, financial responsibility, as well as healthy living, supporting the family. These are various aspects which are very important in improving our community and getting this self-sufficiency so we won't have to be dependent on a system which was never made to support us in the first place. Another solution that should be implemented is voting. Now, when I talk about voting, I don't necessarily mean the national presidential election, because I personally do not think either candidate cares or will do anything to improve the black community. However, I do feel voting in a local election is very important. This is the time in which our voice is actually heard and has a direct impact on our community and day-to-day living. We need to hold our elected officials accountable. These include judges, prosecutors, and district attorneys. These are the same individuals who are not holding these police officers accountable. These are the same individuals that send thousands of black people to jail every year for low-level, nonviolent crimes. We need to elect officials that actually care about our community and culture as a whole, who don't just see us as statistics. 70% of district attorneys run unopposed every year, meaning that we have the same people in these positions of power time and time again. We actually do have a voice in changing that and bettering our community. In the black community, unfortunately, there's a large amount of self-hate, which leads into this crab-in-a-bucket syndrome. Oftentimes, when someone is doing something productive or positive, instead of supporting and uplifting them, we find some way to tear them down and cast negativity upon them. We can never have any true social progression if we're constantly tearing each other down and can't support and uplift each other. The black community also needs to have a more open mindset. It seems we get stuck in this matrix that just because we're black, we have to think the same. It seems when someone has a differing view or opinion that goes against the groupthink of the black community, we push them away and call them Uncle Toms and Coons. This closed-minded way of thinking happened recently in the wake of the Colin Kaepernick anthem protest. Athletes such as LeBron James, Cam Newton, and Shaquille O'Neal gave their input and reactions to the situation. And because their reactions and views were not 100% alignment with Colin Kaepernick's way of thinking, or they allude to anything such as all life matters, the black community shunned them and called them Uncle Toms and Coons. However, actions speak louder than words. These brothers do a lot of great things for the black community. They give millions of dollars every year through foundations, scholarships, charities, and community events. In fact, LeBron James spent over $41 million to send over 1,000 kids to college. However, we're so quick to turn on them just because they have a differing view as us. We talk so much about loyalty in the black community, but as soon as someone else has a differing view or opinion, while still supporting the community, we turn on them. Overall, for the black community, we need a lot more self-accountability and a lot more self-sufficiency. We have to be able to respect each other's views, even if we don't agree with them. We need to break free from this narrative and semantics of always being a victim and always being oppressed, and always playing the blame game. We can manifest our own destiny, however, we have to come together as a community and as a culture as a whole. We need to practice group economics. We need to support each other more. We need to put people in positions of power that will be good for our community and good for our culture as a whole. Remember, stand for something or fall for anything. Peace, love, hotep.